out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
So tell us about the business part of your life, because you have built from nothing, really, a really substantial business. I mean, we're at the small business.
In a stunning turn of events, Tyler Perry, one of Hollywood's most powerful figures and the architect of a billion-dollar empire, has been dragged from his mansion by federal agents. This shocking raid has unveiled serious allegations against him, raising questions about his previously untarnished reputation. But the twist doesn't end there. It's been revealed that Diddy, who himself is embroiled in numerous legal issues, is the one who turned Perry in. As the situation unfolds, the implications for both men could reshape their legacies and the industry as a whole. What led to this unexpected confrontation remains to be seen.
All allegations that have become shockingly familiar against Diddy in recent months, as he has faced lawsuit after lawsuit from women and men who have accused him of all men.
Diddy's recent downfall has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Once a dominant force in music and film, he now faces a barrage of accusations, lawsuits, and investigations. Rather than solely defending himself, Diddy seems intent on bringing down another high-profile figure, Tyler Perry. Perry, known for his immense success and positive influence, particularly within the black community, has suddenly found himself entangled in a criminal investigation alongside Diddy. How did two of Hollywood's most influential icons, both of whom have amassed significant wealth, end up at odds in such a dramatic fashion? The unfolding saga raises questions about loyalty, betrayal, and the hidden complexities of fame.
Evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances.
According to multiple sources, the FBI had been meticulously building a case against Diddy for months. His infamous parties, often shrouded in secrecy and the subject of hushed whispers, were rumored to involve unsavory activities. As the authorities closed in, Diddy didn't wait for the fallout. He reportedly turned on his old friend Tyler Perry, naming him as an alleged accomplice. The raid on Perry's mansion was nothing short of dramatic. Imagine unmarked cars pulling up to his sprawling estate, agents swarming the grounds, and Perry being taken into custody. Insiders suggest that authorities uncovered more than they anticipated, fueling speculation about Perry's deeper involvement in these clandestine Hollywood gatherings. Overnight, the public's perception of Perry shifted dramatically. Once seen as a beacon of success, especially within the black community, he now faces scrutiny and suspicion. Questions abound. Was this all a facade? Had Tyler Perry been hiding something darker behind the scenes all along? As the details continue to unfold, both men find their legacies on the line, and the industry watches closely.
Been under criminal investigation for months by federal prosecutors here in New York, and if there are criminal charges, many of them may look a lot like what some of these individuals have been described.
To understand how we arrived at this moment, we need to revisit Tyler Perry's remarkable career. He rose to fame with his plays and films, especially known for his beloved media character, an unpredictable, no-nonsense grandmother who delivered both humor and heart. Perry built a reputation for his relentless work ethic, producing movies, TV shows, and plays at an astonishing pace, famously claiming he wrote all his own material and shunning collaboration with writers' rooms. This independence was a point of pride, showcasing his dedication. However, as the current scandal unfolds, that very trait is now under scrutiny. Was Perry merely a control-focused creator, or does his desire to handle everything himself hint at something more sinister? The narrative surrounding him is shifting, leaving fans and critics alike questioning the man behind the empire.
On Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door.
In 2008, Tyler Perry's hit series, House of Pain, became embroiled in controversy when it was revealed he had fired 4 writers after they requested union contracts. The Writers Guild of America intervened, accusing Perry of unfair labor practices and negotiating in bad faith. One of the dismissed writers, Terry Brown Jackson, expressed his frustration in an interview, stating, "I feel like I was slapped in the face. We were good enough to create over 100 episodes, but when it came to reaping the benefits of the show being syndicated, He decided to let us go unless we accepted a horrible
It was a shocking
offer.
move, one that raised
This
eyebrows in the
shocking decision
industry.
raised
But instead
eyebrows
of making
throughout the
changes,
industry.
Perry doubled
But
down.
instead of addressing the concerns, Perry doubled down. He made the unprecedented choice to stop hiring writers altogether, telling ABC News, "I write everything myself now." This move solidified his reputation for independence, but also fueled ongoing debates about creative control and labor rights in Hollywood.
He walked inside the courtroom. The first thing that he looked at was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note, too, is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside court, and his family appeared on their end very just happy to see him. Now,
Some applauded Tyler Perry's work ethic, while others viewed it as a red flag. Kelly Griffin, the head writer for House of Pain, pushed back, stating, "While I'd like to see something positive come out of this for us, if this fight helps future black writers get what they deserve, that's a good thing." Perry's choice to go it alone raised eyebrows, with many speculating it was a means to maintain control, not just over his projects, but also over the behind-the-scenes dynamics. This decision sparked ongoing discussions about creative independence versus collaborative opportunity in Hollywood.
Is the money that they're saying Diddy has to start paying this guy on October 1st. Right. Diddy's team is like, hold on, we need an emergency conversation about why this should not have been granted. And they awarded him a TRO, which basically meant that Diddy's team was not allowed to sell any property in that state or anything related to what could be used to pay the plaintiff.
Fast forward to today, and whispers about Tyler Perry's controlling nature are being re-examined. Could his desire to manage everything himself be part of a darker strategy? Many now wonder if it was all about maintaining a tight grip on behind-the-scenes activities, those aspects of his empire that the public was never meant to uncover.
What is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
Things have taken a murky turn as the long-standing friendship between Diddy and Tyler Perry comes under scrutiny. Once seen together at Hollywood events, their camaraderie appeared genuine, but now questions arise about their connection amid Diddy's escalating legal troubles, which include over 100 lawsuits for various offenses. Speculation mounts about whether Perry was involved in any way. Did he attend Diddy's infamous parties? And if so, was he aware of the darker activities happening there? Diddy has long been viewed as a larger-than-life figure, but recent revelations have unveiled a troubling side to his empire. As new details emerge, Perry finds himself increasingly entangled in the same web of suspicion, prompting many to reassess their perceptions of both men and their intertwined legacies.
Those situations lend to maybe some issues with tampering. And I do feel like there are victims who are scared to come forward, including my client. She was very nervous about if he was going to get bail this week. And once I told her, and then come after people, including her and some of the other individuals, and she was very relieved when he did not.
The turning point came when Diddy, under immense legal pressure, allegedly struck a deal with federal authorities. Rather than face the accusations alone, he reportedly named Tyler Perry as his main accomplice. Insiders claim Diddy asserted that Perry was not just a guest at his notorious events, but an active participant. This revelation sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Could it be true that Perry, who built his brand on Christian values and family-friendly entertainment, was involved in the underground activities Diddy is now facing? The answer is still unfolding, but one thing is certain. Tyler Perry's life and reputation will never be the same again.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah.
Stacey, today's indictment reads like a mob indictment, and what stands out most are the disturbing details emerging from the investigation. Diddy's infamous parties, once thought to be wild, exclusive gatherings, are now described as something far more sinister. According to lawsuits and insider accounts, these events were meticulously orchestrated to ensnare vulnerable individuals, all while keeping Hollywood's elite shielded from scrutiny. Attendees were allegedly lured with promises of fame and fortune, only to find themselves in compromising situations. The most alarming revelation is that many of these encounters were reportedly filmed, creating a treasure trove of leverage for Diddy and possibly others involved. This chilling aspect raises serious questions about power dynamics in Hollywood and the lengths to which some will go to maintain control.
I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being...
Tyler Perry is now being linked to these troubling events, and while there's no concrete proof yet, the timing of Diddy's accusations and Perry's arrest feels too coincidental to ignore. Insiders suggest that Perry's involvement may have been concealed for years due to his powerful connections and ability to control his narrative. However, as the FBI's investigation progresses, it's becoming increasingly difficult for Perry to maintain his carefully crafted public persona.
Problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case.
To grasp how shocking this development is, we must remember Tyler Perry's significance. He was the first black man to own a major film studio, a true trailblazer who built his empire from the ground up. For years, he has been celebrated as an inspiration, particularly within the black community. However, as the scandal unfolds, fans and supporters are left questioning everything. Was it all a facade? Was the man they admired hiding something terrible all along? The growing doubts cast a shadow over his legacy.
Diddy is now being sued in addition to what we just talked about by Dawn Richards. You guys will remember her. She was a part of Making the Band.
Dirty Money.
Dirty Money, the Danity Kane era. So basically what she is alleging, she's alleging.
Diddy's fall from grace has been equally dramatic. Once hailed as the king of the music industry, his legacy is now marred by one scandal after another. By implicating Tyler Perry, Diddy may have altered the course of Hollywood history. If Perry is truly involved, this investigation could widen to include other major figures in the entertainment world. Who else attended these parties? Who remained silent despite knowing what was happening? As the questions continue to pile up, answers remain elusive. For now, the uncertainty looms large over both men and the industry at large.
I made a request today for what we were calling a gag order, and I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other.
Tyler Perry's future now hangs in the balance, with his once unshakable reputation experiencing a dramatic free fall. Regardless of his guilt or innocence, the damage has been done, and fans, colleagues, and the entire entertainment industry are watching closely to see what unfolds next. As the details of his alleged involvement in Diddy's world continue to emerge, one thing is clear: Tyler Perry's story is far from over. With Perry now in the crosshairs of federal authorities, what began as an investigation into Sean Diddy Combs has morphed into something much larger, something that could shake Hollywood to its core. The raid on Perry's mansion was merely the tip of the iceberg. For those following the swirling rumors and shocking revelations, it's evident that Diddy's infamous parties have always carried an air of mystery. However, no one could have anticipated just how deep this rabbit hole goes. The world is now paying close attention as what was once dismissed as idle celebrity gossip begins to uncover the darker side of power in the entertainment industry. The stakes have never been higher.
Is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being. They have to ensure the safety of your well.
So what are these wild rumors about Diddy's secret parties? They're far from typical Hollywood gatherings. According to several sources, Diddy's events were meticulously planned, designed to blur the lines between consent and coercion, all behind closed doors. The shocking twist: Tyler Perry, a man who has built his career on family values and Christian faith, has now been pulled into this troubling narrative. As the allegations grow, the contrast between Perry's public persona and the emerging details adds another layer of complexity to this unfolding scandal.
I think they're just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping that it sticks because they know that their client is guilty and they're just trying to do the best that they can with the guilt.
People are buzzing about Diddy's so-called freak-off parties, the same ones that have made headlines since his legal troubles escalated. These gatherings weren't just wild. They were strategic, with claims that they were designed to trap attendees, leaving them vulnerable to the whims of those in control. Insiders are now suggesting that Tyler Perry wasn't merely an occasional guest. He was allegedly much more involved. Let that sink in. The same Tyler Perry who created Media, the beloved matriarch known for preaching Christian values, may have participated in these high-profile events that push boundaries in ways we are only beginning to understand. As we delve deeper into the connections between Diddy and Perry, the pieces start to fall into place. Over the years, the two have been seen together at countless events, appearing to be part of the same powerful Hollywood circle. However, with Diddy now facing a mountain of accusations and over 100 lawsuits, it's becoming evident that their friendship might have involved much more than networking. Reports suggest that Diddy, desperate to cut a deal with federal authorities, decided to name Perry as his accomplice to lighten his own legal load. Whether or not this is true, the fact that Perry's mansion was raided just as Diddy's case intensified certainly raises eyebrows.
We're tracking music mogul Sean Diddy Combs on watch at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after two judges denied his request for bail. This as a grand jury is expected to hear new testimony from workers very.
So what does this mean for Hollywood? If Tyler Perry, a revered figure in the black community known for his groundbreaking work in film and television, is being implicated in the same scandal as Diddy, it forces us to confront difficult questions about what really happens behind the scenes. These accusations are shaking the foundations of an industry already reeling from high-profile misconduct cases. The walls of silence that have long protected Hollywood elites are beginning to crumble, and Perry's alleged involvement only heightens the drama, leaving many to wonder what other secrets might be uncovered.
Doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself.
There's no denying that Tyler Perry has had his critics long before this scandal emerged. His decision to fire writers from House of Pain after they requested union contracts marked one of the first major public controversies of his career. Even though that incident occurred over a decade ago, it foreshadowed Perry's tendency to exert control over every aspect of his empire. His refusal to hire writing teams and insistence on doing everything himself raised questions about whether he was trying to hide something behind that iron grip. Did he maintain such tight control over his projects because he believed in his own vision, or was he protecting something darker lurking beneath the surface?
Well, I still think there a lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery.
Fast forward to today, and whispers of control have escalated into full-blown rumors about Tyler Perry's involvement in Diddy's notorious gatherings. Multiple reports suggest these weren't just exclusive parties. They were part of a much larger operation. Insiders indicate that these events involved not only wild behavior, but also manipulative tactics that kept attendees in compromising situations. Now, with Diddy implicating Perry, it's difficult to overlook the possibility that the man who has always seemed untouchable may have been entangled in this underground network, raising serious questions about his true involvement.
Huge audience, and Tyler's very smart. You know what he's done. He started out, with these plays.
The allegations surrounding Diddy's parties are troubling enough on their own, but Perry's potential involvement adds a shocking new layer. Could it be that Perry, who has built a career on portraying strong moral characters, was engaging in behavior completely opposite to everything he claims to stand for? Such a betrayal would devastate his loyal fans, many of whom have supported him from the start. Additionally, considering Perry's massive influence on Black Hollywood, if he is implicated in these events, the ripple effects could be enormous, impacting not just his legacy, but the industry as a whole.